Garcia, the RTL studios in Cologne. How can you hear me?
Cologne, this is station. I can hear you loud and clear. How can you hear me?
Station, all good here. I now hand the mic over to RTL Nachtjournal anchor Ilka S. Müller.
Wir haben heute einen exklusiven Gesprächspartner.
We have an exclusive conversation partner today. He's the German astronaut Alexander Gerst, and we're turning over to him in space. Greetings to you.
Guten Abend. Wegen der Schwerelosigkeit schon 3 Zentimeter größer geworden. Werden Sie noch mehr wachsen?
You apparently grew, I heard, 3 centimeters in zero gravity. So, but does that mean you're growing even taller? You have this. Everybody grows these 3 centimeters, but then the spinal column expands. Then I'm going to shrink again once I'm back down on Earth.
Okay, Sie waren ja bestens vorbereitet.
You were very well prepared. But was there something that surprised you when you got to space?
Ja, es ist tatsächlich so, dass einiges.
Yeah, there were a few surprises for me. Some things that you see as perfectly normal just doesn't work up here. You can't take things for granted. For example, yes, of course, this is physics, and which is my subject. I noticed when you rotate something here in space, things react very, very quickly. So I have this camera holder here. I took it apart. And I'm going to show you. I have to come a little closer to the camera. When this rotates, it's just, yeah, it's the reaction of this thing when it rotates and flips is very, very different from the way it would be. And it returns to a stable condition all the time. This is something I had not seen on Earth. And things like that, you notice something like that in zero gravity, and things just react very differently. And we use that in our experiments. There are all kinds of new experiments for the European space transport. And we might be able to use these experiments, the results of the experiments, in industrial processes on Earth.
Okay. Uns interessiert natürlich auch.
And we're also interested very much. You gave us 2 weeks ago. You gave us a little. 2 weeks ago. How do you prepare your food or your coffee? And we saw that you had some cheese noodles. Spätzle. The food is all prepared for us. All we have to do is add water. I have a bit of my breakfast to show you. This is a bag of granola, and if you add hot water, and you can eat it in 2 and 3 minutes, and it's quite delicious. And other things come in cans, which are already hydrated, and we just have to heat them in a small oven, and we can eat them straight out of the can.
Schmeckt das eigentlich so wie hier auf der Erde?
Does it taste more or less the same as here on Earth?
Manche Dinge schmecken grandios, wie zum Beispiel das Granola.
Some things really taste grand, like this granola. I could eat one of these every day. I love this. There are other things they're okay. They're all right in the beginning, but then again, you have a craving for a nice pizza or grilling something on the barbecue on your terrace. But overall, it's not really too bad. It's quite edible. And after all, it gives me something to look forward to when I return home.
Aber erstmal haben Sie ja noch den Höhepunkt sicherlich Ihrer Mission vor sich.
But you have the high point of your mission, the spacewalk, which was supposed to take place earlier, but you're going to do it now. Are you very very sanguine when it comes to that, or are you getting a little bit excited about it? The thing is, you never know when or whether these things happen, the spacewalk. It's a question of the technical difficulties that we sometimes run into, and it may have to get postponed again. We had problems with batteries, and we had to get new ones. But if it's going to take place, then yes, and I have very high respect for this mission, because you're much more vulnerable outside, and the only protection you have is your spacesuit, and you have to know your work very well. And we've prepared for that, and we prepared for that in the swimming pool, and we've learned how to handle situations like that. But I have a healthy dose of respect for it. But of course, it's also very important to stay calm.
Am 11. November werden Sie dann zur Erde zurückkommen.
11th of November, you'll come back to Earth. Are you looking forward to it? Or would you prefer to stay up there a little bit longer?
I
always think it's always the same with me. It doesn't matter where I go. It could be 3 days, a long weekend, 3 weeks, or in this case, 6 months. It doesn't make any difference. I always look forward to going home. As wonderful as it is up here, and I have a lot of fun and enjoy looking at the Earth, but I have to say I'm looking forward to going home. Yes, my home, my friends. Yes, that's an important part for our human experience, and it's important that we return to our home.
Wir wünschen Ihnen erstmal noch ganz viel Spaß oben im Weltall.
First of all, we wish you lots of fun up there, and thanks for talking to us very much, Alexander Gerst. Many greetings to you in Germany, from the International Space Station to you in Germany.
Station, we now hand over to RTL Aktuell anchor Peter Klöppel.
Wo muss ich hin? Soll ich hier stehen bleiben?
Where do I have to go? Should I stay here?
Am Tisch. Gut.
Okay.
Sitzend, ja?
You want me to sit? Yes, okay.
Ich brauche noch den Dingens dann, ne?
I still need that.
Habe ich schon alles dran?
Do I have everything I need?
So.
Oh, okay.
Ja, ich höre.
Yes, I can hear.
Also ich höre dich, ich höre sonst niemanden im Moment.
I hear you, but I don't hear anyone else at the moment.
Herr Klöppel, ich kann Sie sehr gut hören.
I can hear you very well.
Kann die ISS,
Good day to you.
Gerst mich schon hören?
Gerst, can you hear me? Oh, great.
Okay, Moment, ich werde hier gerade noch geschminkt.
Okay, I get some makeup here. Okay, all right. Okay, as far as I'm concerned, we can start. If Herr Gerst is ready, then I'm ready to go.
So, und weil es gerade so gut passt, schalten wir doch einfach mal hoch zur ISS.
And since it's so convenient, let's
Herr Gerst, wo sind Sie
go up to the ISS
Können Sie uns auch sagen, wo Sie
in
gerade
space.
über der Erde sind?
Can you tell us where you are in the ISS, and can you tell us where you are over the Earth? Yes, I'd like to. Good day, first of all, to Germany. I'm very happy to talk to you.
Innerhalb der Internationalen Raumstation im Europäischen Forschungslabor Columbus.
I'm in the European
die meiste ihrer Forschungsarbeiten durchführt.
laboratory of the European laboratory, and this is where most of the experiments that I'm working on take place. And you can see perhaps on the monitor behind me, we're just about to cross over Germany in about 10 minutes. Will be directly overhead. But yeah, we'll look up to see if we can find you. You've been up there for 3 months. You're working as a scientist. Can you give us some idea of which experiments are easier or more effective to do in space than on Earth?
Ja, es ist natürlich schwierig, da eins rauszupicken. Wir haben über
it's hard to. We have 160 experiments. It's hard to pick out one. There's one I particularly like.
Elektromagnetischer Schmelzofen für Legierungen, die wir dabei haben.
It's an electromagnetic melting oven.
In der Schwerelosigkeit.
We can melt these ligations to see how how they dissolve in without the touching the surrounding material. And you can't do that on Earth because you can't have drops float in zero gravity for something. And so, and this is perhaps we'll be able to use an airplane engine, make an airplane engine out of using this. We're trying to control a robot from space on Earth. It might have applications on Earth for telerobotics. That means a patient could be operated on with the surgeon is 100 kilometers away, and he's using this robot arm to perform the surgery without having actually to be with the patient. We've studying osteoporosis. We examine our own bones, and we might be able to help osteoporosis patients on Earth. And we've some new medications were developed thanks to the experiments that we have carried out.
Ich habe aber auch das Gefühl, immer wenn Sie frei haben, sitzen Sie in dieser Kuppel und machen mit dem Fotoapparat tolle Aufnahmen von der.
And I always imagine that you sit there in your dome and take fabulous photographs. And I follow your social network.
Empfehlen Sie uns allen mal eine Zeit lang ins All zu fliegen, oder?
I think one day we'll all be able to go to space. It really is magical. I posted the picture of Aurora, and every time I look at it, I'm just mesmerized by it. If you see the southern light cross the sky, flickering across the sky, it's just magical. And you can't even capture it properly with a camera. And I really wish that all humans should be able to see the Earth from up here. And I see the thin atmosphere and the vulnerability of our love. If I can show this as an example or as a comparison. This is 1 millimeter thick, and it looks as though you could just blow it away. And this idea is very new for me, but actually seeing it really brings home the idea about how small the Earth is. And everything is connected. It's just a small blue dot, and everything is connected. This is the only home that we have where human beings can live. I think if we all had the opportunity to see it from up here, I think maybe human beings would treat the Earth a little bit better. At least we should be a little bit more careful with the Earth. I agree. It's quite close quarters up there, and do you ever go on each other's nerves? And if you don't get a chance to change all the time, does some people stink a little bit? And at first I didn't know how this would be. When I went to Antarctica, it really wasn't a problem. It was really not a problem here. The ice is as big as a 747, and there's plenty of room, and we can avoid each other. And sometimes you spend all day working in your own module, and you only see your co-workers at mealtimes. And I can really say that since in the last 3 months, there's been no cross words spoken up here. We laugh a lot, and we have a sense of humor, and it's a great camaraderie. Of course, we're all in the same boat, and we look at the Earth together and have this shared experience. Yeah. Yes, and we shared the experience with each other. It would be really difficult for me to be up here alone and not be able to share this experience with someone else. That would be really tough for me.
Also nicht wie im Spielfilm Gravity. Ganz herzlichen Dank, Alexander Gerst.
Just like the movie Gravity. Herr Gerst, I wish you a continued nice journey, safe travels. all the best to you, and all the best to you from the ISS.
Station, I now introduce you to anchors von Guten Morgen Deutschland, Bernd Fuchs and Jennifer Knäbler.
Guten Morgen.
Good morning.
In oder zur ISS.
To the ISS.
Schön.
Beautiful.
Kommt ein paar
I have a few housekeeping questions from the female members of the audience.
Und wenn Sie uns jetzt zum Beispiel aus Hamburg zuschauen, dann sind Sie gerade circa 400 Kilometer von uns hier in Köln entfernt. Alexander Gerst ist ungefähr genauso weit weg von uns.
If you're watching us in Hamburg, you're about as far from us here in Cologne as Alexander Gerst is in the ISS. I say good morning, but it's not really morning for you. When do you consider it to be morning? Good morning, Germany. I'm very happy to speak to you. We really do have a morning up here. Yeah, we go orbit the Earth 16 times a day. We have the universal time, the UTC. It's 2 hours behind the German time. I get up around 6 o'clock in the morning, and I have a real morning. Yes, and a very normal course of the day. And we have an evening as well. I think we're just creatures of habit, and so we continue our habits up here.
Wir frühstücken ja gerne mal so ein leckeres Croissant. Die Jenny hat in der Hand, das riecht hervorragend.
Yes, we like to have croissants for breakfast, and it smells terrific if you have it. But on the ISS, what sort of things do you have for breakfast there? I don't suppose you have croissants. I actually brought today's breakfast with me. You're lucky. You're lucky I didn't eat it today, but I'm doing an experiment to find out exactly how many calories astronauts burn. And so you're lucky that my breakfast was not eaten this morning. It's granola. I have that almost every morning. 75 milliliters of hot water, and it really is very tasty. One of the highlights, and this is my orange juice. I already had the coffee this morning, and this is my orange juice that I could drink it. The orange juice is really, really tasty up here, and I'm going to drink some for you right now.
Und nach dem Essen ganz wichtig natürlich Zähne putzen und auch
okay, after meals,
machen Sie das eigentlich in Schwerelosigkeit?
Teeth brushing. How do you do that in zero gravity?
Ja, Sie haben natürlich recht.
You're right.
Hygiene
is a big part of our daily life here.
Auch in den meinen vergangenen Expeditionen so in der
It was in the same in my expedition to Antarctica, and it's very you can't let things slide. I brush my teeth very normally, twice a day. You shave and you wash a little bit differently than you do under it, but we have towels. We wet the towels with warm water. We get a fresh one every other day. And the whole routine is a little bit different, but basically we do up here exactly what you do down on Earth.
So, da sind Sie wieder. Hatten wir einen kurzen
Okay.
Aussetzer, aber schön,
We had a little bit of an interruption here, but we have another housekeeping question.
Bei mir liegt so ein Berg Wäsche rum.
We men, we of course don't like to wash very much. I have a whole heap of laundry to do at home, but how do you get sweat in your clothes, and how do you deal with that when you do your launch up there? It's really basically the same as on Earth. We do exercise every day, and of course we sweat and we change our clothes just the same as on Earth. The only difference is we don't have a washing machine up here, and we have to dispose of our clothing. But we have not found a technical solution for that. So with that difference aside, things are pretty much the same up here.
Wo halten Sie sich denn am liebsten auf? Haben Sie da oben so ein Lieblingsplätzchen?
Do you have a favorite spot on the ISS where you like to hang out? I have several favorite spots. It always depends on what sort of day it is. I owe it to myself and to my friends. I've stepped in the dome and to take pictures of the Earth and what I feel when I'm having these impressions. But I have those moments when I just want to be by myself, and I go into a corner and read a magazine, drink a cup of coffee and read a magazine or watch the news that somebody has sent me, and I just read that on my laptop. And that's a routine that I think we're just creatures of habit up here, just the same as on Earth.
Alexander Gerst, vielen lieben Dank und vor allen Dingen noch.
Many thanks, Alexander Gerst. Many thanks, and have a lot of fun on your spacewalk.
Ja, Ihnen auch einen schönen Tag.
Nice day to you as well. All the best to all of you in Germany, and many greetings from us here on the ISS.
Station, that concludes the event in Cologne.
Station, this is Houston ACR. Thank you. That concludes our event.